The Masked Man. Who is he? Today, we find out. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another TNA 2010 video for TEW 2020. There's a lot of letters and a lot of numbers, but we're getting through it. Today's the day we find out who the Masked Man is. AJ Styles and Hulk Hogan have invited him here to Impact. Who will it be? I think it's time we find out. Let's get going with Impact first. Okay, Jesus Christ, that was a surprise. Kurt Angle kicks off TNA Impact tonight with an absolute classic for the TNA TV title. An 80 rated match. I was worried about whether this show would do that well tonight because we've moved. We're not in the Impact Zone tonight. We're not in Florida. We're touring. We've gone to the Tri-States area. But Kurt Angle says it doesn't matter, sunshine, because I will carry the whole damn brand. An 80 rated match. 83 from Kurt. 62 from Desmond Wolfe, who got the opportunity. Kurt Angle successfully defends his TNA television title another week. Next week, he's got another TV title defense, as we know. If he gets through that, he gets his hands on Daniels again. Daniels says he can beat him. Well, third time will be the charm, maybe, at the pay-per-view. But he's got to get through next week first. 80, really, really, really good match. Best match of the save so far, right? Pretty sure. After that, we went backstage where Hogan and Bischoff are in their office where they've invited in Daniels. Daniels was watching the match, and that's how we can play off from that segment, from the match to the segment. And Daniels has been told by Hogan and Bischoff, look, you've got your TV title match at Against All Odds. We're going to do that for you. But what you're going to do for us tonight in the main event is you're going to team with this man. Rhino, one man who had his title opportunity taken away from him last week. He did, by that masked miscreant, someone who probably doesn't really deserve to be in a pay-per-view title match. What has he done to deserve a title match, if we're being honest? Where's the star power? But, you know, we are going to honour the stipulation. But tonight, Rhino wants some suicide. AJ Styles is going to be Suicide's partner. You are going to be Rhino's partner. And I'm just going to say, Styles and Suicide, obviously fantastic workers, but it's such a shame if they, couldn't make it to the pay-per-view, right? Such a shame. Guess we'll find out. 69, this pedantic Hogan stuff continues. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. Right, Beer Money are in the ring, cutting a promo on Generation Me for 44. These are the matches that may suffer with us touring, but we got to suffer for a bit to build it up, as has been the start of the save, really. They explain their heel turn and attack on Generation Me last week, and they talk about how they were this close to winning back their tag team championships. This close, and it was taken from them by two men who've just come in and sort of just taken opportunities. They've just interfered in the tag division right here in TNA. Well, that's not on. That is not how men do business. And then last week we were in a match with these two young bucks, so to speak, and well, we were there and we were listening to you people, how you people were cheering for these two idiots. You should be cheering for us. We are the stars. You betrayed us by cheering for Generation Me, by cheering for Kendrick and London and giving them the confidence to take on a team like Beer Money. You betrayed us. So now on, we don't work for you. 44, heel promo, Beer Money. And after that, they were in a match against, well, against the Partnership of Pain. That's the name we're going to give them. We're going to build on this on Explosion. These two, Matt Morgan and Tomko, have been paired together tonight, and on commentary they sort of, you can talk about how, look, they have just been paired together by the booker, by Bischoff, you could say, but they're looking to take an opportunity. James Storm 52, Robert Roode 50. 52 isn't bad, actually. I thought it'd be a lot worse. Beer Money, of course, get the win. Tomko the worst with 39. And after the match, Beer Money, well, they continue to be dastardly bastards. 48 for a post-match angle where they continue to destroy Morgan and Tomko. And that's going to lead to Morgan and Tomko on Thursday, hopefully starting a tag team here on Explosion. The Partnership of Pain, I like it. I like it. Okay, AJ Styles is in the ring. We come back from break. AJ Styles is in the ring, and he says he demands to know, and he demands that the masked man comes out right now. Last week, Hogan invited the masked man here, and AJ Styles wants to know who he is, but there's just no answer. Nothing. And once again, the masked man is not here. So AJ says, look, I've had enough. Hulk Hogan, get out here and explain. And Hogan says, I don't know what you want me to do. I invited him here. He obviously just doesn't think you're, I don't know, important enough. And that's okay. You know, that happens. So when you take yourself to the back and let somebody else, some star, like maybe a Bobby Lashley or someone, let's have them be the stars of the shows. Yes, AJ, let's come on. Take it to the back. Take it to the back. AJ says he absolutely will not. And tonight he's going to show that he is the star in the tag match against Daniels and Rhino. 67, no masked man. At least not yet. Raven and Pac cut a promo backstage. So after the back of Explosion last week where Raven wanted Pac to be part of his flock, he approaches Pac this week and says, look, I've got us a match with the tag team champions tonight. And Pac says, all right, hang on, let me just stop you right there. This whole us business, I'm happy to take on the tag champs and I will team with you tonight because I want to show what I can do. But long term, I ain't feeling it, mate. I ain't feeling it, fella. 42. Fine. Pac was terrible. Brilliant. Eric Young cut a promo on the Amazing Red before his matchup. He talks about being the X Division champion, the champion of champions, and anybody who wants to say that Eric Young is not a champion, well, let's see what happens to them, shall we? 39. Interesting. Eric Young, though, is going to be taking on a local worker. It's Nunzio. It's James Maritato, but I'm going to go with Nunzio for a 50 rated match, and Nunzio outperformed Eric Young. Damn it. Well, that's going to help Eric Young, though, by beating him. Hopefully that gives him a push. Maybe. Eric Young was off his game. That's good. The pile driver did the business. Eric Young beats Nunzio for a 50 rated segment. After the match, Eric Young and his stable, the World Elite, continue to beat down Nunzio when out comes the Amazing Red to try and make a save. Now, the numbers game is against him. It's a suicide mission in a lot of ways, but the Amazing Red doesn't care. The Amazing Red is full of heart and soul, and he does not stand for this brutal mugging going on by the heel team. And he wants his his X Division title back. It doesn't go well for him. The Amazing Red is put through a table by the World Elite, and Eric Young gets down into his face. The Amazing Red is in the wreckage of the table, and Eric Young says, I am the X Division champion. This is my belt. Don't you dare try and take it away from me. And throughout the match as well, we like the idea of Eric Young. He's getting so attached to that championship. Like when the referees take it for the match, he refuses to let go a little bit, but eventually does. And then when he gets it back after the win, he cleans it and everything. He's getting a bit psychotic, Eric Young. It's like he's a bit insane. Stop it. 36, right. Samoa Joe came out to the ring and called out Alex Shelley. He says he's dealt with Christopher Sabin. He's dealt with Sting. Samoa Joe says the Nation of Violence has one target, and that one target is Alex Shelley. So Alex Shelley, get your ass out here right now. Alex Shelley comes onto the Tron. He comes onto the screen. He's backstage in the parking lot and he says to Samoa Joe, I'm not going to come to you. You're going to come to me right out here into this parking lot. Let's fight. But it's a plan. It's a trick from Alex Shelley. It is not going to go how Samoa Joe thinks it will. We follow Samoa Joe to the back, but Alex Shelley's not in the parking lot. Samoa Joe is attacked, technically from behind, but a smart babyface ploy here from Alex Shelley with a steel chair. He leaves Samoa Joe laying it out. Alex Shelley stands tall this week. Alex Shelley stands tall. That's a shocker. Right, the Pope and the Reverend. That's what we did here for a 69 rated match. Really good, actually. Really good. The Pope outperformed him as well. 64 from the Pope, Brother Devon 60. They had really good chemistry. And I've booked the wrong winner again. Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ignore that. It's the other way around. We're going to have to put that right. The Pope beats Brother Devon. I give up. Right. Afterwards, the Pope got a promo on Jeff Hardy, and he talks about how Jeff Hardy had his chance to be saved by the Pope. But last week, Jeff Hardy proved by costing the Pope a shot at the TNA World Championship, by costing him a title shot, Jeff Hardy proved that he cannot be saved. The Pope says Jeff Hardy can now only be sacrificed. 75, really good promo. Hopefully it makes up for the match. We can say that the Pope lost, I suppose, and build off it, but I'm an idiot. Anyway, backstage, we hear that something's happening backstage, and we go to the camera where we're outside the locker room, and LAX come bursting out of the locker room, running away, just as Kevin Nash is approaching from the other side. He's looking like, huh? Goes in, the camera follows, and Shark Boy's hanging by his ankle off the top of a locker, I suppose. Kevin Nash actually helps Shark Boy down here, pulls him down, and helps him, which Shark Boy looks a little bit confused at. 48. We're building it. Okay, the tag champions were in action then for a 57. Kendrick and London defeated Raven and Pac with a get well soon. Their first defense of the tag team titles, because I thought we'd put the titles on the line. Why not? Now, Pac was the weak link with a 44, which is not unexpected. Raven was the best with a 59, which again, in the tri-state area, not unexpected, but a good win for the tag team champions. I can't complain too much about that. That's really good. Angle. There was an angle featuring AJ Styles and Suicide. They cut a promo together as the babyface team to take on Daniels and Rhino in the main event for a 61. The match itself then gets us a 75. Yes. Actually, we may be looking on for an all-time show, actually. I wasn't expecting that because we're in the tri-state. But good opener. Good main event too. AJ Styles and Suicide defeat Rhino and Daniels. Suicide getting the pin on Rhino again with a leg trap sunset bomb. AJ with the best with a 72. Rhino 63. Daniels 65. Suicide, no surprise, the worst with a 55, but he got another good win here, and his main event push continues this week. Post-match though, mayhem arrives. Bobby Lashley arrives on the scene. We can have Rhino and Daniels sat this one out, selling the loss, so that's fine. They're not involved in the angle, but Bobby Lashley is, and he comes out and he fights with Suicide. But it's a mistake from Lashley in a way, because AJ Styles is still there, and AJ Styles has not forgotten about Bobby Lashley. So the babyfaces start to beat down the TNA World Heavyweight Champion when they are attacked by a steel pipe. And that's right, the Masked Man is here. A pipe to Styles, a pipe to Suicide. Bobby Lashley takes advantage to hit the Dominator. I think that was his thing on Suicide. They stand over Styles and Suicide. Lashley sort of looks at the Masked Man, and it's sort of teased maybe the Masked Man going to attack Lashley, but no, instead he unmasks himself. The Masked Man is Mr. Anderson. Anderson. Yes, Mr. Anderson. I can't believe we've got him into TNA, but we have. Mr. Anderson is here. He went there in real life not too long afterwards, so it's not completely out of the ordinary, but he's a guy we can build around. We're going to have to change his... Well, hopefully his gimmick improves, but... Yeah, 66, not a bad angle either. Mr. Anderson is the masked man, and he seems to be on page with the establishment, because afterwards, Lashley, Anderson, they raise each other's hands. Out come Hogan and Bischoff to get involved too. The four of them in the line all raise their hands, each other's hands. The establishment are established. Anderson is a part of it. Lashley is the champion, and Hogan and Bischoff are running the joint. That gives us then a 68 rated show. I thought it would be better, I'm not going to lie, but 68 in the tri-state area is not bad at all. In fact, it's very good. I thought it'd be better with a great main event and a great opener, but I suppose you got a couple of 50 rated matches in there. It could have been worse, definitely could have been better, but I will take it. Okay, Explosion next week kicks off with a surprise. That's right. It's Mighty Molly Holly losing to Awesome Kong in a squash. 36, 46 from Kong, 39 from Greenwald, who's obviously Molly Holly. 36, fine. It's fine. Moving on. Bobby Lashley cut a promo on Suicide for 70. Good stuff from Big Bob here. This is what you like to see. He talks about how Suicide really should not be in a title match with Bobby Lashley. But... If he really wants it, it's his funeral. 70, fine. We did a backstage angle where Shark Boy approached Kevin Nash and thanked him for his help on Monday for taking him down from the locker. And you know, maybe Shark Boy thinks Kevin Nash scared off LAX. He didn't, but Shark Boy can see Kevin Nash as a hero. Maybe 46. Pac got his win, got a win after losing on Impact. He defeated Shannon Moore for 38. Not great, but it's fine. 29 from Pac, 42 from Shannon Moore, 38. Fine. We did not a math lesson, but Scott Steiner is approached by Consequences Creed. He says, yeah, look, I can't wrestle, but we, Consequences Creed and Jay Lethal, who was supposed to be in this angle, oh well, are going to be ringside for Scott Steiner's match tonight. Ringside. Tara cut a promo on Velvet Sky for 43 to hype up a potential title match. Well, the title match we know is going to happen and against all odds. And then Velvet Sky defeated Taylor Wilde for 43. 43 from Velvet Sky. Taylor Wilde 34. Good win for Velvet Sky. After the match, Tara came out to even the odds. Not even the odds, but get her own back. A slap to Velvet Sky. After Velvet slapped Tara a few weeks ago. 46 for the segment. Then Scott Steiner got a win over Jesse Neal for 34. Scott Steiner with a Steiner recliner after Consequences Creed at ringside distracted Jesse Neal. 34, really not good. Didn't click. Steiner tried to carry it. It didn't happen at all. Didn't happen. Awful. AJ Styles got a promo on Mr. Anderson. Anderson for 63. He says the masked man is unmasked and he's made the biggest mistake of his life because on Impact on Monday, AJ Styles will get rid of Mr. Anderson. 63. Main event then, Abyss defeated Akira Rajin for 50. 52 from Abyss. 19 from Akira. Stuart asked me on stream why I don't like Akira. 19 in the main event. Right. Gives us a 46 rated Explosion. Very not good. That is very not good. Awful. Wow. And that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. The end of your episode. Impact and Explosion done. Pretty good. Pretty good. Considering we were touring as well. Pretty damn good. And on Thursday, expect to see more Impact and more Explosion. Let's go.